Oi. Oi. Are you there? Yeah, I'm looking at you. What are you doing, eh? Are you paying attention? Do you know what's going on here? Do you know what's happening right now? Do you know? What's happening is I have borrowed Iris's voice changer, and I thought I wanted to try it out and just kind of see what happens. What do you think of that? Alright? What do you think of that voice? Yeah? Is that something that would suit me, Ryunosuke? You know, I just thought maybe I can try out what it's like if I'm, sounding a little bit deeper.
Hey, partner, what's going on? Why are you sounding weird like that?
What do you mean? It's always what I sounded like. I'm a real grown-up, real man. Yeah. I like to chuck wood in the, like axe stuff and.
What do you mean? You've never done that in your whole life.
What do you mean? I'm a big fan of spades too, and like, shovels or whatever. I'm really strong. Yeah, that's me. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about, right? Well, I'm just gonna have a sit down over there, like dude, bro. Catch you later.
Oh, God, you're so silly.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, hello there, everyone. What's going on? How you doing? You have to try many voices. I don't know what happened. I was just over here smoking me pipe. And oh, Poggy Pocket. Thank you ever so much for the gift subs. You are the sweetest. You're so very kind. Where's my fan? I need my fan. Oh dear. Oh dear. I don't know where I put it. Oh, I don't know where the fan went. I'm just gonna have to go like this here. I'm just gonna have to go calm myself down with my hands. Hello and welcome everyone to me stream. In case you didn't know, my name is Mark Takeshi Ota and I'm a voice actor. And I voice Ryunosuke Naruhodo in the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles and also many more. I have recently actually at some point when I was bored and thinking, why it keeps dinging. Is it dinging just for me or is it dinging for everybody else also? Has it done its dings? Where's the dings coming from? Or is that just the voice? Is this just the ding in my head? No, it's done now. Okay. Poggy Pocket has broken the... Oh, you cannot hear the dings? The dings are done. Okay. Maybe that was just happening in my head. It wouldn't be the first time. No, never. I'm not... I don't hear things in my head. Stop. You people are watching you. You're embarrassing me. What do you mean? Like, what? I'm just being truthful. Like, no, there's some things that people shouldn't know about you. Oh, okay. All right, I'll keep it to myself then. Anyway. Solitary dings. We're doing Thursdays now. My schedule has just been a little bit all over the place, frankly, and that's just how it is. I know everybody always said oh, with Twitch you should be really regular, so I'm and that's obviously nice for people, because they know oh, on this day Mark's streaming and another day someone else. But this is how it has to be now, and I appreciate all of you who are, despite my very erratic behavior, are still sticking with me. So that's I very much appreciate that. And maybe there will be a time in my life where I have more regularity in my life. But yes, exactly. Nothing wrong with spontaneity. And you're right, Elsie. I just have to do what works for me, because if I don't do what works for me, then I do what doesn't work for me, and that wouldn't work for anyone, right? What happens then? What happens then to all of us? Huh? If we do things that don't work for us, that is literally impossible. That is physically impossible, And we don't need to do that, So yes, I somehow, because at some point I said I'm doing Wukong Wednesdays because that's cute. And somehow that Wednesdays, I just happened to be free most of the time. And then Sundays obviously was a very regular Great Ace Attorney time. And then there were just times where Sundays other things came up, and I wasn't able to do that anymore. Let's get the two of them a little bit more on screen. You know, they want a little bit of attention. But that's why I'm like, you know, I've got the Discord now, which if you're not in there, you're welcome to come join me Discord. Then I do try to keep that up to date, and then you can just always check. So my intention is to just always have on Discord that at least in the stream schedule, I will always be like, all right, next stream will be this. That hasn't always happened, but that is the intention. So that is the intention, that I will always have it saying there. And then also we can like chat there about other shit, like whether it's Ace Attorney or things you saw on the stream or Wukong or maybe other games I might play in the future. You know, other Ace Attorney games or other games, and we can just, and it's sweet. I think like I found it very sweet, like also in the Discord sometimes people are sharing things, you know, maybe they need advice on, or are like a little bit oops, I accidentally pressed the mouse over there. That's going on in their lives, and you know, that's nice sometimes to have a place to share some things with like that. Wholesome, exactly, wholesome server. You know, that's what I want it to be, and not naughty. It's not a naughty server. It's a wholesome server. Just keep that in mind. No one's done anything bad that I know of, because I know nothing. I've collected all of the level 1 emotes. What does that mean? How have I collected all of... I thought they're my emotes. What? Oh, wait. Oh, is that because of the hype train? So I don't have any more emotes to get from Twitch. Or does it mean I have to try and get to the next level? Next level, innit? Level 2. How many levels are there? I don't know. But yes... I haven't like recently, because I think every time I streamed there was like tech difficulties, so I haven't done like a proper like who is here. So I'm gonna just do that now from the chat. Who's Darcy on the case is here. LC, obviously our mod extraordinaire. Eminem is here as well, and then AIM listens to hello. Curious. Oh, Darcy on the case also curious. Have the mods played the game before? Is this a new adventure? I think the mods have not played the game, right? Like this is Tysa has, exactly. Which is why I also brought in Tysa and was like, since you know the game very well. Tysa has unfortunately been busy with other work, but that is absolutely fine, of course. Like this is just for fun, and I very much appreciate our mods extraordinaire, Noodle, Elsie, and Kitchen being there for us. Sheol/Leox is also in. Blinks. And we have Paradise, Poggy Pocket, KJags00. Wonderful surprise to see me this Thursday. Why, thank you. It's a wonderful surprise to see you too. Arkamefloss, Light Bright Reignite. You gotta drive, but you'll be listening. Please, AIM listens to. Be careful as you're driving. Do not let me be a cause for any problems. Just listening, no watching. It's very important. Who else is in the chat? Just going down the chat. Dudesum, that's right. Light Bright Reignite in as well. I have to try many voices. Everybody has to try many voices. You know, as you grow up, is there not also a time in your life where you're like, yeah, I want my voice to be like this? I don't know if that's ever like conscious or if it just kind of happens. Yeah, I think I kind of remember a time it wasn't my voice, but I remember there was a time where I think, or did I remember this from friends now, where like I changed my walk or something like that, ever so slightly. Like I think maybe when I was 11 or 12 or something, I was like, oh yeah, I want to like walk a little cooler or something like that. And we're just revealing something about myself. Moondrop is also. Oh, and Perry Go Away. Thank you so much for the resub. 2 months already. I love it. Who else is in? Soup Milkshake. What is a soup milkshake? Do you mix milk with soup and then it like drink it like a milk? Is it? Do you have soup and you make it sweet or something? Very interesting. Moondrop 0919. Hello from work again. Hopefully your bosses don't know, right? This is a big secret. Big secret. Who else we got? Reborn P27. Hi. Percy the Moron. Moron. Or more on. This is the quality content you came here for. Oh, my little puppet show. Absolutely. Twi Fairy also in the chat. What's going on? And working my way there. Larkos Lalalitzi. I love that name. Larkos Lalalitzi. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but I want to say it that way. Gold Arrow Spray. Hello. Afterglow Ampharos. That's also like a glorious name, isn't it? Afterglow Ampharos. Aurores Borealis. Oh, I wonder, do Aurores Borealis and Afterglow Ampharos, are you like siblings or something? Because your names feel like they're siblings of each other. I don't know why. Just feels like that. Apollo Just Ice in the chat. What's going on? Have I forgotten anyone from the chat? I don't think I have. And hello lurkers as well, if you're lurking. Appreciate you all. Naruko Delgado also. And Blob Leponge. Paradise. My name is Her. 00. Hello, Her. And am I catching up with the chat? I think I have to like scroll down now. Otherwise, I'll never get to the end of it. I think I think I got everyone. There we go. I caught up with the chat. No work today, so you can be here. Yay! Apologist Ice. Very exciting. You like the name, but you have too many siblings already. How many siblings do you have? Now I'm curious. Serene13. Hello. Nearly missed the stream. Well, you didn't. You are just in time. Perfectly timed. And we got the static again. I'm such a creature of habit. I'm like, because I had the green screen for Great Ace Attorney, I just continue with the green screen. I just need it, even though in Wukong I don't use it. But I need the green screen. First time catching the stream, but you gotta go back to work soon. Missed Q03. Well, thank you very much for popping in, even if it's just briefly. I very much appreciate it. I hope you can come back another time, whenever you can, whenever it suits you. You know, we spoke about this before, like whenever it suits. That's just how things work. But if it doesn't suit also, you can watch my VODs on YouTube, and you can comment and like tell me how silly I am, because I enjoy that very much. Anyway, I'm very excited to continue playing Case 3 of Great Ace Attorney Resolve, and see what happens with Hairbrain. What's his first name again? Something Hairbrain. August? I want to say August, but it's not August. Something Hairbrain. August. Albert! I was close. Albert. It was very close. August, Albert. It's kind of the same name, isn't it? Who is not really German, but we gave him a German accent because he used to work in Germany. And you know what? I am German, and I've adopted a little bit of a British accent while I was here. So maybe, Albert has adopted a little bit of a German accent while he was in Germany. That's easily possible, isn't it? Kitchen has arrived. Kitchen, a very German willkommen to you, Kitchen. Mark Takeshi Hairbrain, that's me, very exciting. So I'm going to go over to the other screen, and one day I will make like cool animations for that, but that day is not today. Gameplay, and then now like all the dings will come back for us as well. Ding a ding a ding a ding a ding a ding ding a 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 ding ding a ding a ding a ding a ding a ding a ding. And we have emotes on the screen. Emotes Explosion. And we also have Carmenstan 007 and Baroque's Footstool coming in to join us. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Y'all are just in time to continue our adventure of the great Ace Attorney. The return of the great departed soul. I wonder who that is. Who is the great departed soul? No spoilers. Hashtag no spoilers. Let's go, everyone, to the court. To the courtroom. Oh, we ended on a cliffhanger, I remember. I remember that because I'm so good at that, right? I'm always like, even if, what did he say? Even if Andrew had been lodged in Mr. Assman's chest, my trusty tool wouldn't have moved. Andrew remaining on the stage is oh, yeah. We kind of proved we were helping out, right? We were helping out Hairbrain, proving that, wait, what did we prove again? We proved something. Oh, yeah, because the, Andrew was the screwdriver that remained on the stage, that was on the stage, which is why we think that somebody stabbed him on the stage, right? That was kind of our argument, wasn't it? The screwdriver should have moved with the body, but Albert said it shouldn't. Exactly. Apologist Ice, that was very good, well summarized. One day I will be as good as you at summarizing and remembering. But you all are so much better than me at that. I am a mess. It's okay. My brain needs sometimes needs a bit of work. I wonder if somebody could go in and go like, maybe I need an Albert to screw one of the screws tight in me brain. Wouldn't that be nice? Apollo is actually an Ace Attorney. I'll see in a few games. I know. Maybe that's why Apollo Just Ice is so good, isn't it? You just finished watching the VOD a few days ago. It's fresh in your mind. Well, I appreciate you watching the VOD. I'm honestly like also I upload my VODs of Ace Attorney, and then there's like I've thought this before, but in the greater YouTube world, like a few hundred people watching something is not like huge. But I am still very moved that like a few hundred people are interested in watching me rambling for a couple of hours. That's just really cool. This director I worked with, and then I'm yapping, but I'm gonna say this and then continue the game. Beth Park, who directed me on Wukong as well as Baldur's Gate, she posted a TikTok and said like she has this short film that's had like 1 million views or something on YouTube, or nearly 1 million views, and she and said that because it's digital, like it's hard to kind of visualize it or feel it as anything as significant. Also because compared to there's so many people who get like hundreds of million views or something. But she said, if you imagine if you had anything like where in a live performance in a real life way, like 1 million people were watching you, right? Then that would be mind-blowing. It would be like the biggest experience of your life to be anywhere. I mean, that's like a whole city full of people, kind of watching you. And I mean, similarly, like if 200 people were coming to just watch me chat for 2 hours, that would also be mind-blowing, or like even if it's live, like 50, 60 people or something like that. Frankly, that's also a lot, in a real life capacity. So, it's good to sometimes acknowledge that and not just be like, oh, I'm not a rich millionaire, something like that, for anyone. Try very hard not to pay attention to the fact so many people are reading my nonsense in the chat. You are famous now, Elsie. I'm actually like also sometimes I don't know what people think, because I'm like on the YouTube VODs. I obviously have like the chat always on the screen. I wonder, like, sometimes people do, sometimes people don't. I enjoy it this way. And I think sometimes people do as well. Maybe it depends on the game. Maybe there will be some games where I won't have the chat necessarily on the VODs, and it can just kind of remain a live thing for when we're, live, actually. So I'm not entirely sure. What do y'all think about that? Like, on VODs, do you think on the VODs there should be the chat on the screen? Just curious what people think. Maybe we do a little vote and then we continue the game. Maybe we can do a poll. There's a way to think about social media so it's easy to get disappointed if something doesn't get a ton of attention. Yeah. No, I agree. Having a chat on the screen gives kind of, because that's true. I do always chat a lot to y'all. And if you don't see that on the screen, people are like, what the hell is he talking about? That is probably true. Anyway, let's continue the game of the great attorney of the ace. You like it on the screen as well. Okay, that seems like it seems that's voted on now. Anyway, Van Zeeks, it would seem your illusions have been. Oh, and also somebody said, I don't dual stream to YouTube. I have thought about that before. I don't quite know how that works. And also, like, I read that you need a powerful computer for that. And since mine is already having trouble sometimes with just the one thing, I wonder if that might just explode things. But I have thought about at some point just doing like a stream to YouTube and just seeing like, hey, what that's like, you know? So maybe I'll do that at some point, just for funsies, you know, and then see how that goes. Anyway, back to the game. It's 7:27. I've been yapping for 27 minutes without continuing the game. I want to play the game, but I like yapping as well. Yapping is good. I like yapping. YouTube is terrible on Firefox. Fair. I could do a test. Yes, I shall do a test. Anyway, Van Zeeks. What voice do we have for Van Zeeks today? Are we gonna be nice to Van Zeeks? Maybe. It would seem your illusions have been shattered. Clearly. We should hear the accused's explanation. Or should I say, this brilliant scientist's explanation? I vote Fruity. Blah, blah, blah. Be nice to him. My little princess. Your little princess? I don't know if Barack would agree to that. I think Barack is a princess for everyone, isn't he? He doesn't belong to just one person. He's a free spirit. What does judge say? What does the judge say? Just when I'd found an inconsistency in the prosecution's argument. Scientists. Oh my god, don't be anti-science now. Please.
Very well. The defendant will testify again.
100% yay for chat on screen. Okay, fair. That's pretty solid poll.
Provide us with a scientific explanation as to why the inconsistency. Provide us with a scientific explanation as to why the inconsistency asserted by the defense fails to hold.
Yeah, in the name of Apollo, I will, my lord. Sorry, my glasses fell. I adjusted them.
What does it say on his name badge? It looks like it could be Albert Hairbrain, but very shortened. It looks like Hello, my name is The inconsistency explained. You think it says Apollo Justice? Apollo like in the name. I think Apollo also is something else. I think Apollo is also a god of the sea? Is Apollo the god of the sea? I'm not sure.
To be clear, I'm still at the stage of gathering data in my research. My hypothesis states the kinesis cannot transport metal, so hence the metal weapon would have stayed put. In other words, hold on, I'm also like, let me just turn this down a little bit, like here. Yeah, I prefer this. This is better. This is a better balance. Yes, I like that. In other words, the point just raised by Mr. Naruhodo isn't in inconsistency at all. Stupid. Mr. Assman was the patron of my research. Without him, my work wouldn't have been possible. Now, I have a duty to protect the incredible machines that we built together. Me and the Assman. Hmm. Ah.
Well? So, the thrust of your testimony, Professor, is, that based upon this hypothesis, metal objects cannot be moved by this method of instantaneous kinesis.
Oh yeah, funny thing, I read the whole thing and I don't really remember much of it. Sometimes that happens.
In other words,
Since the screwdriver is made of metal, even if it remained lodged in the victim's chest, its subsequent discovery on the stage, despite the victim being found elsewhere, is not an inconsistency.
and therefore,
Professor Albert Hairbrain could still have been the killer. Oh, hello, first-time Cheddar Chain Chomp fan. Ben Zeke says hello.
My great hypothesis holds, you see? we had to make the cage used to contain the subject from wood for that very reason.
I was not addressing you, witness.
Professor Hairbrain. Yes? I'm so excited about my science, even if it gets me to prison. Whose side are you on here? I don't take sides, Mr. Naruhodo. No, 999. We don't do that in Germany. My only interest lies in upholding my hypothesis. I'm a scientist after all, so you might say I'm on the side of science, of the truth, of facts, of things that are how they should be and are and not how they should be. Oh, sorry, I'm getting my words mixed up. Is he working for us or against us? It's very hard to tell.
Let's see how you cross-examine this testimony, my Nepalese friend.
Gosh, Rock sounds angry. He should chill. Jeez. Yes, fire away, Mr. Naruhodo.
Fire!
This girl is on fire. This inconsistency explained. This girl is on fire. To be clear, I'm still at the stage of gathering data in my research. Let's see if I would be able to figure out. So we have, just to see. So we've got OD ass man. Hemorrhage of a wound to the chest that pierced the heart inflicted by a sharp implement. Yes, a broken vertebrae most likely resulting from impact after a sudden fall from considerable height. And we got this thing, which is obviously a... We've already... Why is this not undone? We did that last time, didn't we? Oh, it doesn't let us open it anymore? How strange. But we've opened it last time. Then we've got a picture. A torn piece of rubber. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. 999! My hypothesis states the kinesis cannot transport metal, so hence the metal weapon would have stayed put. In other words, the point just raised by okay, isn't it inconsistent? Mr. Assman was the patron of my research without him. Okay, I'm gonna need to press on this. I have no clue. No clue. To be clear, I'm still at the stage of gathering data in my research. Yes, you hold it. And yet, your retort to my argument wasn't lacking in confidence in any way. No scientists can find the truth without first finding self-belief. Those were the words of a certain scientist I hold in the very highest esteem. But you realize that disproving my argument puts you in a very precarious position, don't you? No scientist should strive to protect himself more than he strives to protect the truth. This is like some kind of philosophy class. More words of the same great scientist, you know. Who's that scientist? I want to know. Tell me. Words that are causing me a lot of trouble. Who is this scientist? I and Ryunosuke are one. We always want to know the same things. I'm afraid I couldn't tell you, Mr. Naruhodo. But as soon as I remember the magnificent genius's name, you'll be the first to... Oh, I bet it was himself. I bet he said it himself. That's what. Jime 70, a little late but managed to make it. Oh, don't worry, you're not late. You're just in the time that you meant to arrive. And Caro is in as well, and Streamed Sams. Welcome to both of you. First, the genius. Maybe it was me, the magnificent genius. It might be worth keeping the names of your idols to mind.
Yeah, why did I suddenly turn into Santa?
What if we have Santa?
I'm Santa. You're wasting your breath, my learned friend. This scatterbrain even forgets my name at times.
I don't know if that works for Lord Van Zieks. So Lord Van Zieks really did have a friend once, but I didn't notice hell freezing over. Oh dear. My hypothesis, my hypothesis states the kinesis cannot transport metal, though. Baroque doesn't need to borrow a voice, Jaina. Baroque has many different voices, I think. My hypothesis states the kinesis cannot transport metal, though. Hence, the metal weapon would have stayed. Hold it! Yes, you hold. Your hypothesis states it. So this isn't proven then? No, of course not. It's merely a hypothesis, but a good one, based upon thousands of calculations. But it is widely known that metals can be decomposed by electrolysis, electrolysis. Electrolyse, we say that in German. Electrolyse, of course. Yes, of course. So I am right. My hypothesis is clearly correct. What is it about incriminating himself that makes this man so happy? It's infuriating. It's the whole reason that the birdcage is made of wood, you see. Sorry, the birdcage? Yes, that's what I call the C. obtusa cage, in which Mr. Assman was played for the kinesis.
The jail cell in which the victim was detained, it does indeed seem to be made of a timber of some sort.
I'll thank you not to refer to it as an instrument of incarceration, your lordship.
In short, any weapon lodged in the victim when he was beamed away by instantaneous kinesis would have been left behind on the stage if it was made of metal. Correct?
Yes, that's it. Yes. It all fits perfectly with the mathematical model.
But the ultimate conclusion, then, is that the defendant alone had the opportunity to inflict this fatal injury on the victim. Is it not? Well, indeed, sir.
Someone beam me out of this nightmare. Okay, I have a theory. Let me check my theory. This looks like metal to me. Is this not metal? Of some sort? Is this not metal? This looks like metal. Why is it here? Why is it not left behind? Is it not metal? I think this is metal. This clearly looks like metal to me. That's plastic. I do not believe you. I don't think they had plastic in this time, did they? Did they have plastic in the 19th century? But I think this clearly looks like metal to me. We're gonna press the rest of the thingings because it's fun to find out. But I feel like this is metal. That looks like metal to me. Don't you gaslight me, chat. No gaslighting. Are you a historian? See, no plastic. That's what I thought. Thank you. Thank you very much, Auroris Borealis. Good to know you're a historian. I can ask you questions when we need history advice. No inconsistency. I know you were joking. Don't worry. Gaslighting isn't streamed, Sams. How dare you? How dare you? It's a very clever. I like that. That's a very clever, clever sentence. It's infuriating how clever you are, streamed Sams. You seem to be pleased by that. This was Ryunosuke talking to you, by the way, stream says. You seem to be pleased. Huh? Huh? Yes, yes. Another example of my hypothesis holding true. But I sense some sarcasm, Mr. Naruhodo. Are you not pleased, huh? No. I'm not. You idiot. Oh. I knew it. I am so sad now. I thought I was pleasing you with my knowledge of science. But at the end of the day, I'm the one responsible for Mr. Assman losing his life. The advancement of science is no excuse. I know that. No, you're quite right. Tell the court, did you have a close relationship with Mr. Assman? No, not really. I mean, I only met him 2 or 3 times. It's not that much. And we only ever discussed my hypothesis and the project and the research grant. Of course, yes. I immediately believe everything everyone tells me. The internet is a dangerous place. Oh. Yes, of course, I believe everything the internet tells me, which is why my head has already exploded because of all the contradiction. So much contradiction. Mr. Assman was the patron of my research. Without him, my work wouldn't have been possible. No fun, no possible. How did you come to know Mr. Assman in the first place? A year ago now. Ding! A year ago now, a small provincial science journal published a little paper about my work. That is indeed a very small provincial science journal. Is the joke here that it's a provincial science journal that is very small? That is very silly. That's a scientific journal? Good gracious, I should need new spectacles. I might have had an extraordinary hypothesis and great promise, but at the time, I had no money. I had to eat tiny little meals at a tiny little cafe and drink water out of a tiny little glass. But Mr. Assman read the paper and came to visit me at my tiny little laboratory.
And offered you money to help fund your work.
Exactly. That's exactly what happened. I handled the theoretical side of... I was going to say territorial. Theoretical side of things, and Mr. Assman provided me with an engineer for the practical. And the 3 of us produced the fantastic machine together. The machine that you brought to the great exhibition to demonstrate. We had to apply to the government for some sort of inspection to be allowed to exhibit, I think. I didn't understand all that side of things. Mr. Assman took care of all of it. He was a wonderful man, really. I owe him everything. Oh. Now I have a duty to protect the incredible machine that we built together. Hold it! Yes, you hold it.
When you say that you built the machine together, does that mean that you were involved in its construction?
Yes, yes. Not exactly. I'm not good with the practical side of machines myself, so the physical construction was done by an engineer.
Little remains of your creation now, though. Following the explosion, repair will no doubt be impossible.
Yes, I realize that, but still. If someone were to gather all the broken parts, they could discover the secret of my hypothesis. But Mr. Assman and I toiled over that machine for so long. We put our hearts and souls into it. I have to protect our work. So, what's left of the machine must be kept safe. That's only fair, because what happened was an accident. I swear. To the gods, to Apollo just I swear. That's the extent of the testimony then. Thank goodness for that. I don't want him doing any more damage. He's already basically proven that he could have been the culprit. But it seems as though all he really cares about is defending his hypothesis. Still, I wonder, what if his hypothesis is just fundamentally flawed? I still think that, to be clear, I'm still at early stage in my hypothesis states, can not transport metal. Yeah, so I think I need to, I'm not even going to save. This is it. 100%. There's metal in the picture. Booyah. Booyakasha. Booyakasha. I know my shit, yeah? Professor Hairbrain, you say that, according to your hypothesis, nothing made of metal can be beamed by instantaneous kinesis using the machine you made. Is that right? Yes, that's right. Spot on. Exactly. Very correct. So correct that I would almost say it's super correct. Yes, mega correct. In that case, I'd ask you to have a look at this photograph that was taken at the scene. In particular, I'd like you to pay attention to the victim's face. You can clearly see that Mr. Assman is wearing a pair of spectacles with a metal rim. Boom! Mic drop. What? Metal? No. Metal cannot. No, not metal. Metal, no. We've already established that the proposed murder weapon, the screwdriver, was found on the stage. However, if your hypothesis correctly predicted that outcome, it should also have predicted that the metal-rimmed spectacles would be found in the same place. My hypothesis! My hypothesis! Professor Hairbrain, this isn't easy for me to say, but I think you might be an idiot. But your hypothesis is clearly flawed.
Order! Counsel, what is the implication of this?
If, on the day in question, the alleged instantaneous kinesis never actually took place, then it's entirely possible that the victim was killed somewhere other than on the stage. And in that case,
Pointy finger.
someone other than the defendant could have been the culprit. But my hypothesis is sound.
I'm gonna pull out my hair.
I proved it that day. The experiment was a success. The experiment was proof of all my work. This, my dear ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, is a very good example of what is called confirmation bias. That you want your opinion to be true, so you only see the evidence that is pointing in that direction. It is terrible. If you're proven wrong, you have to accept that goddamn fact, okay? No confirmation bias. No confirmation bias. Yes, I hate confirmation bias. Stop being biased by confirmation. Just accept that you're wrong sometimes. I do too. It's fine. It's fine. What did confirmation bias do to you? It's destroying the world with idiots. That's what it did to me. That's what it's doing to me. It's idiots that are like, oh, I think this. And then like all the evidence points to the contrary. It's like, well, it's still my opinion. No confirmation bias. I forbid it in my chat because I'm a dictator. No, I'm not. I'm not a dictator. I don't do that. Anyway,
If I could say something here in my capacity as a fellow of the Royal Society.
I'm very passionate about confirmation bias, about how bad it is. I even tweeted about it the other day, and I think it's a what's the word? Bane on this world.
Well, yes, juror number 4, go ahead. As a man of science, there's one thing I simply cannot abide. And that's when people do science in a courtroom. And that's a fraud who pretends to be a fellow man of science.
What? That is great Scott. Are you suggesting my science is suspect? Oh no.
It's been disproved, hasn't it? In front of all of us. In other words, the whole demonstration was a complete nonsense from start to finish. Believe me, my fellow jurors, when I tell you that this man is a heel, a bounder, and a fraud. I see, the wreckage of that machine should be stripped down and thoroughly examined.
No, never. That machine is the essence of my entire hypothesis. But your hypothesis might be wrong. It's protected by the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act.
What the devil is that blasted act all about, eh? Who made up such a daft rule?
I don't like the way this seems to be going. What's the best way for me to help the professor? I kind of want to wait and see how it plays out. Am I going to lose the game if I do that? Am I not allowed to do that? What if I wait and see? Obviously, I'm supposed to raise in a projection, but I kind of... Hold on. Just in case it does explode, I'm going to save. But I want to see what happens. Zanky01, hello, and welcome. Hello. We are at a very exciting point in this game where I'm going to wait and see and just let people chat. Maybe I should watch and wait for the time being. It's just gonna keep going.
My feeling is that the machine requires a thorough examination.
But what about this special dispensation that's been mentioned? Oh gosh, this is all too much.
It's determined. If it's determined that the machine itself was the murder weapon, I think you'll find that act won't apply. Of course it was the murder weapon. Anyone can see that. It's plain as day. So we're all in agreement, are we? That the machine should be stripped?
If I don't do something, they'll...
Objection!
Oh wait, he's objecting anyway? But shouldn't they look at the... I guess the game has just done an objection anyway, even though I objected to that, but hey-ho. Professor Hairbrain has yet to perfect his invention. That would seem to be the case, yes. But even so, what? Going to such trouble and expense to create a fake machine to display in public. He would have absolutely no reason to do such a thing.
Objection! He had an obvious reason to do exactly that. For the research grant money.
Maybe Borok should have a villain voice.
if the government was foolish enough to have deemed the man's ridiculous notion plausible, he and his conspirators would have received handsome sum indeed.
Conspirators? What? What would be the value of such a grant? 10 pounds?
It could be 10 pounds.
Well, you loved my performance as Ryu. Thank you, O1. That is very sweet of you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're an order of magnitude out, madam. 500 pounds a year.
Oh, you could live handsome on that much for years.
The Society's noticed an increase in bogus public demonstrations in the field of science recently, and plenty of scientists arguing with each other to get the largest slice of the funding cake. People's greed is plenty motive enough for murder, I assure you.
Well, that's a little scary.
No, I haven't deceived anyone. Least of all the government. I will never do that. I'm way too scared. Look at how scared I am.
I even burps. That's how scared I am.
My hypothesis is sound. The science is sound. Please, you must believe me.
Objection!
Stop shouting, Baroque.
No matter how unbelievable this hypothesis may seem to you, ladies and gentlemen, the fact remains that the victim was transported instantly to the Crystal Tower. Which means that the experiment was a success.
Baroque.
And therefore, the only person who could possibly have committed this murder is the accused.
Huh? Ah, Baroque. Where is this heading? I have no idea.
My lord, if I may. Yes, Lord Van Zeeks? The prosecution would like to summon new witnesses to the stand. New witnesses? Oh, what would be the nature of their involvement? They were spectators of the demonstration at the exhibition who were occupying special seats.
Eyewitnesses?
Oh, very well. The court grants the prosecution's request. I should very much like to hear from eyewitnesses to the incident. The pure... My lips didn't do what I needed them to. The prosecution's stance is clear. This experiment was no postique. The accused killed the financier.
I always forget how this is said. Financier? Financier. Financier?
Victim, there on the public stage, before the very eyes of the spectators. Now, my learned friend.
It's French. That's what I thought. I think in German we say financier? I don't even remember. I have no memory.
Oh, yes?
It's time for you to make your own stance clear.
There's clearly a flaw in the professor's hypothesis. I can definitely see that. But where does that leave me?
We shall take a short recess now, during which time the prosecution will prepare its new witnesses to take the stand. As you wish, my lord. Good. In that case, court is adjourned for 20 minutes. because I really need to take a shit.
I'm sorry, I'm 12.
No, that was just the judge speaking. He's not me. I'm fine. I'm fine. It was just the judge speaking. The judge. I just thought it would be funny for the judge to say that. Is it not funny? Is that my humor? Is it just my silly little toilet humor? No, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? All right. There's more to find out. So it's just a short recess. So we're not back to investigating them. You're very funny, Mark. Well done. Ha ha. Thank you, Elsie. I totally believe you that was funny. That seemed very convincing the way you wrote that. Thank you. I feel encouraged to start my stand-up career right now. The Old Bailey, defendant's antechamber. Sure, Elsie. It was completely honest. I totally believe you. I don't know. It's hard to read tone when in text, isn't it? It's okay, Elsie. I know you think I'm funny. Otherwise, why else would you be here, right? Because my great humor is the only reason why anybody is here, right? Because I'm hilarious. I'm so funny. Oh, I can see my eye reflected in. Oh wait, which one do I see? Oh. Sorry, this is just interesting for me. But I see my eye reflected in my camera lens. Isn't that weird? That's funny. You're obviously here for Barack. That. I joke and everything, but that actually hurt right in the heart. Right in here. It was like a tiny little needle. Just right in there. You just smashed it in there. You put a little needle in here, and then you took a glove with a metal something here, and then you went kadoosh. It's okay. It's okay, guys. It's fine. It's okay. I can do this. Mr. Naruhodo. What on earth were you playing at just now, or rather, what on earth were you playing at all along? What are you crying about? We're trying to save you. My hypothesis, my amazing hypothesis. You've been picking holes in it from the start. Sorry about that. It's all fun and games, Elsie. Don't worry. It didn't hurt my feelings at all. It's fine. I forgive you. I'm just a broken man. But you promised me. You promised me, Elsie. You said you'd prove that I was funny, and then you just said no, it's not about you. It's just about Barack and his pretty blue eyes. It's fine. I can take it. You said you'd prove that dratted explosion was an accident, not murder. No, Kitchen. Because I don't want fight. I want love. I want love in the world. And I do not want people to fight. If this is how LC wants to live their life, by hurting my feelings, that's okay. I can live with that. It's fine. You said that you'd prove that dratted explosion was an accident, not murder. No death, Kitchen. There's enough death in the world. There's too much death in the world, so we should all just stay alive. Wow, shouting in someone's face, "I'm nice, I promise," is very convincing, Elsie. I mean, do I have to bring up the time where you said you were gonna eat noodle? No, I don't need to bring that up. Oh, what's happening? Oh, we have a duel. We have a duel, everyone. Who wants to duel you for 0 points? You can accept. What? I don't understand. I still don't understand. Kitchen won the duel. I do not understand how these. Oh, I think like the, if you're watching this on YouTube, I think this part of the chat doesn't seem to be like in the other chat. Huh, I wonder why does the stream element stuff not get put on the screen thingy? I don't know why. But that so apparently Stream Elements lets you do this thing that is dueling. So now everybody is fighting. And Akami Floss is ranked number 1 out of 0 on the leaderboard. I don't understand. What even is that? I don't understand. All right, everyone. Back to the game. Eminem has 0 points, is now also ranked 1 out of 0. What is this? I don't understand. Okay, back to the game. I already read this many times, but all you've done so far is try to undermine me. Why are you trying to undermine me? Silly. Why is my eye itching? Silly eye. Just itching. Yes, I did make you... Oh, that's me. Yes, I did make you a promise. You're right. I said that I'd believe in you and I'd fight for your freedom to the very end. But I also told you I was no scientist. I don't understand your hypothesis. The fact is, there's an undeniable flaw in your logic, isn't there? But if I just run through some equations, yes, you see, it's because my work is incomplete. I have to continue. Perhaps it is. Nevertheless, a man died as a consequence, didn't he? Oh, no, nein. Du hast ja so recht. You are so right. You're so right. It's all my fault. And I have no right to blame you for my failure. I'm a disaster. Not just a scientist. Not just as a scientist, but as a human being. Well, that might be a little over the top. And while we are on the subject, what about Baroque? He's being awful. Claiming his old university friend to be a murderer, you mean? He's a disaster. Not just as a prosecutor, but as a human being. Oh, but no, wait. He's the Reaper, isn't he? Perhaps he's not classified as Homo sapiens anymore. Glad that's cleared up. Can I double check something with you? Yes, what? The machine and demonstration you prepared, they were based entirely on your hypothesis, I presume. There was no trickery involved. I drew the plans for the machine with my very own hands. Every line was painstakingly drawn, with a firm belief that science is the only future. So yes, it's true that my hypothesis hasn't reached maturity yet, but please, Mr. Naruhodo, you must believe in it. Wow. All right, Professor. I understand.
Counsel, defendant. The prosecution witnesses are ready to take the stand. Court is about to be in session again. make your way into the courtroom, please.
Wow, that bailiff is kind of like an MC or something, isn't he?
It all hinges on that demonstration. If the professor's hypothesis is sound as he claims, it leaves him as the only person who could possibly have killed the victim. But on the other hand, Mr. Sholmes was adamant. Oh, Zanki01, you'll be heading to sleep. Thank you. Have a good night's rest, please. But on the other hand, Mr. Sholmes was adamant.
Just can't stop laughing at that costume.
A practical implementation, such as was attempted by the professor at the Great Exhibition, is quite possible.
So, really, what should I be trying to prove here? Yeah, that outfit just is hard to take serious, isn't it?
23rd October, 11 a.m. The Old Bailey courtroom.
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby reconvene the proceedings of this court.
Speaking of the Queen, so which Queen would that have been at this time? Would it have been Queen Victoria? Is that where she was? Who was it? Auroris Borealis was our historian, wasn't it? Now, you're being put on the spot. You're getting tested. Who was the Queen at this time? Victoria, yes. Yeah, historian. Tell us. Yeah, okay, everybody knows. Auroris Borealis shouts back, yes, it was Victoria. I like how we are shouting with facts in chat. Very good.
Counsels for the defense and prosecution, are you ready for the new witnesses to testify?
The prosecution is ready, my lord. But you don't have to laugh so strange. It's kind of unbecoming as a judge.
Well, you don't tell me what to do.
As is the defense, my lord.
Well, so, Lord Van Zeeks, you son of a bitch, I believe these next witnesses saw the demonstration on the day in question with their own eyes, yes?
Indeed they did. I don't think you should be calling me that, Judge. It's not very nice. And as luck would have it, one of them is a police detective. So, the testimony we are about to hear can be considered highly reliable.
Perfect. A detective, for all people.
Well, if it is Tobias Gregson, he's a goddamn liar, and I will never believe any word he says again.
The prosecution's stance remains unchanged. Though it ended in tragedy, the demonstration on the day in question was scientifically sound. And consequently, the sole person with the opportunity to have committed this act of murder is the only other individual to have been present on the stage at the time. The accused.
Thank you, counsel. Although, if I may add, the last few times you were so confident, you were proven dead wrong, you idiot. The prosecution's position, however, is clear. So, bring forth your witnesses now.
Bailiff, show the witnesses in.
Hello, Bacon Mutt, what's going on? Don't be mean to Gregson or his lack of chin. Or his receding hairline. Or his fish and chips. What else shouldn't we be mean about, chat? Give us all the things we shouldn't be mean to Gregson about. I would love to hear it. The witness...
The witnesses whose proximity to the incident on the day in question will clarify the truth unequivocally.
His bowler hat, his cool trench coat. Is he lacking all chin? Oh no! It's Gina? Gina? Yes, we shouldn't make fun of Gregson for looking like a thumb, right? Or his spinelessness in front of Iris. We shouldn't make fun of any of those things. Witnesses,
State your names and occupation for the court to hear.
what the hell is this thing? What does he sound like? He looks a little bit like... Do people know the Go Compare person in the UK?
Nothing quite compares to Go Compare. My name is Balthasar Loon. I am the impresario of the hot air balloons in vicinity of the experimental stage.
My name.
Oh my god. We have another German. This is an actual German. Now we have two Germans in this case.
My name is Wilhelm Gottsreich Sigismund Ormstein. I have come to see the great exhibition all the way from my home in Bohemia.
Oh, he's Wilhelm. Whoop.
I'm very rich.
Ah, very good.
I'm very rich. Maybe he should have even a softer voice. Because he's just a wee little child.
Yeah, I'm Inspector Gina Lestrade, Scotland Yard. I'm a great detective, even Sherlock Holmes agrees. I was on security duty at the exhibition, and I always get confused at Gina's, and I got to go up in one of them balloons. It was amazing.
Gina, again. But she did mention that she'd seen the disaster from up in a balloon, actually, didn't she? And she clearly loved every minute of it.
There were 3 balloons flying near the public experimentation stage when the incident occurred.
2 of these witnesses were in one such balloon at the time and saw events unfold from the skies above.
You make it sound like they were in the clouds. It was only an altitude of circa 60 feet, very low.
Well, you can't see nothing if you fly too high, can you?
60 feet. About 18 meters then. That is not very high.
Thank you for your introductions. Now you will give your formal testimony for the court. Kindly describe exactly what you witnessed, especially those of you who had a vantage point above the stage.
The view from 60 feet up.
It was an incidente terrible.
Is he Italian? Is Lune Italian? Is that what's happening? Because he says
Incidente terrible. I am only grateful that my balloons were not damaged.
There's this huge bang from the stage, and then the next second, another bang in the sky beside us.
And from amidst the smoke, a cage appeared out of nowhere.
Ah, the cage it fell from the sky like a stone and crashed into the crystal tower.
I didn't get a good look inside the cage, but no one went near it after it crashed into the tower.
his name is Lune because he has balloonists. Very true.
A most extraordinary collective account, I must say.
He blew Mario.
It's a me, Balloon. It's a me, Balloon.
Could I just clarify something? There is a detail in the witness's testimony that I've not heard any mention of until now. Specifically, that there were 2 explosions?
More precisely,
2 explosions in 2 separate places. Yes.
when the demonstration began, the balloon carrying the 2 witnesses was around here. There were other balloons in the air nearby at the time carrying other passengers as well, to be clear. Oh? Excuse me. Then, as power was supplied to the machine for the demonstration, the first explosion occurred. I want to move it.
I keep always doing this. I keep always putting my drink next to the fan and then it gets warm. I don't want warm drink. That is not nice. No warm drink. I'll put it here instead.
The so-called birdcage that contained the victim disappeared from the stage, and a moment later, a second explosion occurred, directly adjacent to the balloon carrying the witnesses. The birdcage appeared at the side of the explosion, subsequently to plummet down into the crystal tower.
I was very surprised. Suddenly a cage appeared before my eyes with a person inside.
Well, should he have like a deep voice, like Iris?
I was very...
No, let's not do this.
The blast was so hot, but I didn't want to miss a thing, so I kept my eyes wide. I am very rich. I still have lots of money.
It's funny. Well, he has a lot of money. If anyone could afford a voice changer, it would be him, wouldn't it? I think this would be in keeping with the law.
Precisely. Who is this curious infant?
Infant? I think that is a little insulting. He can talk. He is older than an infant.
I'm told he is a young noble for Bohemian royalty.
Arnold accent? Who's getting Arnolded? Is it? It must be the boy, right? For the little German kid. You know what? That is very good. I actually do like that. And he has a voice changer because he's rich. So I think that makes sense. I think that is very accurate. This has been a very good Arnold redeem. Well done, Aurorus Borealis.
Apparently, he disguised himself in order to steal unnoticed into the Great Exhibition.
Yeah, I'm here in London on a sightseeing trip with my elementary school. Yeah.
We will have the benefit of a child's point of view in the testimony.
Do we really need that?
Yeah, then I removed my mask. When I remove my mask, this is what I look like. Don't I have a pretty face? Well, yes, I see. A delightful face, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Everybody says so, because I'm Arnold. Have you seen my beautiful face? Yeah, it's beautiful. So beautiful. Yeah, even when I work out, my face gets all like this. But it's still pretty. Or have you seen my other film? It's the film I did, Welcome to the chat, Juma. Welcome. When the Total Recall, my eyes pop out of my face, but I'm still pretty. So pretty. Yeah.
Great disguise then. Yeah.
The point is, the testimony of these witnesses further substantiates the facts for the court. Namely, that despite ending in an explosion, instantaneous kinesis was successfully demonstrated. And furthermore, that until the arrival of the police, no one approached the Crystal Tower where the victim fell. Therefore, only the accused who was with Mr. Assman on the stage could possibly have committed the murder.
Yes, thank you, counsel.
I actually read a little bit here that I didn't process in my brain, so I'm going to just read it again. Namely, that despite ending in an instantaneous killing, it was successful, and furthermore, that until the arrival of the police. Okay. Oh, okay.
Prosecution's view on the matter are quite clear. So, the defense's cross-examination now, please.
You're welcome. Yes, my lord.
Cross-examination time. The view from 60 feet up.
It was an incident terrible. I am only grateful that my balloons were not damaged. Okay, just out of curiosity, is there something... We don't even have that many pieces of evidence. Could it be a torn piece of canvas? Oh, so this is from a balloon, isn't it? This has got to be from one of the balloons, I think. Because if it's canvas, it must be from the second explosion that was from the other balloon. But I wonder, what piece of evidence? Just to, like, kind of see what... There's this huge bang from the stage, and then the next second, another bang in the sky beside us. Amid the smoke, a cage appeared out of nowhere. Cage. It fell from the sky like a stone and crashed into the crystal tower. I didn't get a good look at it, but no one went near it after it crashed into the tower. Okay, on its own, don't really know. Don't really know what I would be presenting. Let's press. Let's press.
Hold it! There were 3 balloons flying above the experimentation stage at the time, I understand.
See, all 3 of them, my bellissimi bambini. They are very popular, signor. Some people weigh 10 pounds for one ride. 10 pounds? That's more than my annual stipend. 20 pounds Arnold, I forgot about that. Yeah, 20 pounds a month. That is in my pocket. Right now, I'm so rich. Can you tell? It's because I'm an actor as well. I'm so famous, yes. Royals have all the luck.
I got up there for free, I did. Played the old, I work for Her Majesty's police car, you know? Yeah. Detectives have all the luck. If they're so popular, why would you only be operating such a small number of balloons, though?
Because I have too many in the skies. They could crash into each other.
The operators for the balloons were decided by lots, with each operator manning a particular area.
See, and the zone above public experimentation stage is the most profitable. The other impresarios, they hate me because I have such a good mustache. Look at the mustache. It's a me, a Lune. Thank you, witness. I think the court I have become Italian as well. I'm the judge. I think the court has a clear picture of the arrangements for a balloon ride at the exhibition. Perhaps we could hear more about what you actually witnessed of the incident. Everybody's becoming Italian. All right, I can feel you in there, my lord. I am a Gina. His Italian name is Regino, but actually I'm a Regina, yes? What do you mean that wasn't a suggestion? Oh my god, Elsie, your family is Italian? Oh no. Am I doing like bad Italian accents? I'm so sorry. Do you speak Italian, Elsie? You just gotta shout a little more.
Oh my god. If you're saying that, that's okay. I would never say that, of course. Right, I can fill you in there, my lord. I speak absolutely zero Italian. Perché? Come ti chiami? I can't speak really Italian. That's all I can say. There's this huge bang from the stage, and then the next second another bang in the sky beside us.
Hold it!
Grazie mille. So you actually saw the accident happen from up in the air? Yep. Isn't it amazing what a detective gets to do, eh? I'm telling you. Although, being a lawyer is a mug's game. You should join a force and we can go flying together. You know me so well. Yes, well, anyway. Could you tell us exactly what you saw, do you think? Everything. We saw everything because we were above it all. We were up above it all. That dodgy cove climbing into that cage. What? The dodgy cove climbing into that cage and a dodgy professor pulling all them levers. Oh, okay, fine. This is legit. And that's when it happened. That's when there was a massive bang and that cage disappeared. Just like that.
You are describing the moment the subject's body was decomposed by the electricity, I believe.
You really should have learned at some point, Elsie. Well, you know what? It's never too late to learn a language if you want to. I don't know if in Canada, do you speak French as well? Because, like, Italian is maybe not that far off French. Also, I learned Japanese in my 20s. And, you know, I would say Italian is not as hard as Japanese. So, you can do it, Elsie. You can do it. Put your ass into it. Yeah. I didn't know what to make of it, and there was another bang right in me ear. Although I did move to Japan for a year, so that kind of helped. I looked.
That's Peter.
Ew, that kid sounds like this. I looked round, and there was a huge, great fireball right next to us in the sky, and there was nothing there before. All right, little kid, tell us. Tell us what you want.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Oh, that excuse me sounds really nice, doesn't it? Master Gotts, does your memory of the day differ?
Yeah. My teacher at elementary school said that when you meet someone for the first time, you should always use their full name.
Yes, what was it again? Wilhelm Gottsreich Sigismund Ormstein. You know, though, I don't know if Ormstein would be a Gotts. This doesn't actually. This feels like a German name, like Häagen-Dazs. Do you all know where Häagen-Dazs is from? Okay, in chat, where do you think Häagen-Dazs is from? Which country? Tell me. He's Bohemian. Well, what is Bohemian? Is Bohemian not like just a German? He's not German? But isn't? Oh, he's Dutch? Wait, is Bohemian Dutch? What the hell is Bohemian? Is it in Czechia? Was it at the time not Bohemia? Where the hell is Bohemia? Oh, shit. Okay, then I'm completely wrong. But the name is German, isn't it? It's the westernmost largest historical region of Czech Republic. Oh, shit. Okay, so I got that all wrong. So, but was it part of the Austrian Empire, I guess? Or something like that. Oh. So what do people think Häagen-Dazs is? Dutch, Switzerland, Czech. My time has come. So my name is her, you know. Okay, let me explain. So yeah, Häagen-Dazs, fun fact, while My Name is Her explains to us what Bohemia is, Häagen-Dazs is an American company and they made up a name that sounds vaguely European. So some people like in Germany, people think maybe it's Dutch. Dutch people think it's like Danish or something like that, and Danish people think it's German or something like. And if you know, it's just a made up name that sounds like it's German, or it sounds like it's European of some sort, but it's not. It's not even the dots on the Hagen don't even make sense. Like you because it's like HA with 2 dots and then another A. Like that doesn't even make sense in any language. You know, it's just bullshit. So it feels a little bit like Wilhelm Gottsreich Sigismund Ormstein is a little bit like a made up name. But you know what? In this case, that's also okay, I think, isn't it? But yeah, Bohemia, I guess that used to be. So it is former Czech Republic, but maybe it was it like occupied by like Austro-Hungarian Empire or something? So I don't know if they would have spoken German there or not. I don't know. Curious, since my name is her, I feel like my name is her is like typing. So when that is finished, I will have a look at it. But we will continue now with the game. Very educational, isn't it? Educational indeed. Just the 4 names then. The point... Oh, he doesn't say it. The point is, do you have something to say? Something to add in response to Detective Gina Lestrade's last remark, perhaps? Hello, Marisienne. Hello, you awesome person. What did I miss? Well, we are just getting an introduction to what Bohemia is. Because we have a Bohemia person. Several history lessons, indeed. Something to add in response to Detective Gina Lestrade's last remark, perhaps? Oi, get it right, Otto. It's Inspector Lestrade. That's right. Why does everyone have a problem with how I address them at the moment? It's just rude.
Yeah, that's not what I saw. Yeah.
Oh?
Yeah, there was a second explosion and it was right beside our balloon. That's true.
You know, the funny thing about Arnold, he has an Arnold accent, but he doesn't actually speak with like he doesn't do like the R's and stuff like that.
He speaks like mostly American, but he still has like kind of his just intonation and way of speaking, but like it's not like that German like thing anymore, really.
Which is what I said, innit? 1 minute there was nothing, there, the next a massive explosion. All right, my name is Sir. We've got an explanation. At one point, German, as in Germany probably German was overpowering Czech in Bohemia so much that there was a whole Czech literature movement to preserve the Czech language because, yes, Czechia or Bohemia used to be under that empire. I don't know what it's called in English. There would have been, I think it was probably, was it the Austro-Hungarian Empire or was it there was also a German emperor. So the German Empire, I think. So it could be one of the two. And that's why that child is speaking German and has a German name also. My name is Hero. Oh my God! My name is Hero. Thank you. No, thank you for the correction. I thought my name is her 00. Thank you. No, but thank you for that explanation. That makes a lot of sense, actually. That feels a little bit like, I guess what happened in many countries like Wales, you know, I think English people maybe forbade at some point to speak that as well, like Scottish and stuff. The English were like kind of fucked a lot of people too, didn't they, in that regard? But yeah, these kind of things happened in a lot of places where people are like, we are gonna stop you from speaking your language. So I'm glad that Czech survived and stuff. So very good, very good. So thank you for that explanation, my name is Hero. Appreciate it. King Wilhelm Gottsreich Sigismund von Ormstein was Grand Duke of Kassel-Feldstein and had... Okay, so was that a real person? King Wilhelm Gottsreich Sigismund von Ormstein. So it's not a made-up name, it's a real name. It's a real person. Is that a real person? Is that what you're saying? Oh shit. Yeah, okay, so it's a real person. Wait. Is it a real person? No, it's not a real person. It's from Ace Attorney. I don't think this is a real person, is it? It's a fictional character. It's made up. Anyway, continuing.
Yeah, my teacher at elementary school said that when someone else is speaking, you should shut your fucking mouth. If you are rude enough to interrupt, you will have the most awful life imaginable.
Yeah. Are all Bohemians brought up to be so full of joy? Oh well. Put the mouse away. And what happened? What's happening with his balloons? Does he let them go? Oh, he lets them go and then they fly away, don't they?
Just before the second explosion happened next to our balloon, I clearly witnessed a green balloon flying in the sky.
A green balloon? Noodle! Noodle has arrived in the chat. I mean, actually, late. Sorry, not late. Didn't mean to name you the wrong, call you the wrong thing. Not late.
Yeah, you what? Now suddenly Gina is also Arnold. Yeah, you what? I never saw nothing like that.
What if Arnold spoke with a Cockney accent? What would that sound like?
Yeah, all right. I'm Arnold. I'm from London, all right. Yeah, how you doing? What's going on? Apples and pears. Yeah. I grew up in Hackney. My name is Arnold. Oh, jeez. My name is Arnold. I'm from the East End. All right. How you doing?
That's really difficult. That's really hard.
Well, I did. I saw it. And you can't say I didn't. I will complain to the council. I will cry and scream. Scream. My testimony is the truth. I'm a Bohemian prince. You cannot say it's a lie. That's not allowed. I'm getting angry. Arnold, explode.
Playing a bleeding royalty card. Oh, yeah, typical. Says the orphan who likes to remind people she works for Her Majesty's Police.
In that case, young man, I must ask you to amend your formal testimony. In the interest of cordial national relations between Great Britain and Bohemia.
It was not the sky that exploded.
It was not the sky that exploded. It was the green balloon that was next to ours at the time.
Although maybe I want to make him a child again. We've had a little bit of Arnold. Let's making him a child again. Press.
Press.
A green balloon, you say? NEJ Live, what's going on? Welcome, welcome. I have arrived and I'm extremely confused. What do you mean? We've just had a little child prince that sounded like Arnold. There's nothing confusing about that, is there? A green balloon, you say? Are you sure about that? Of course I am sure. Actually, I want to make him Arnold again.
Of course I'm sure. I'm a proud Bohemian prince. All these questions are making me boring.
I think he's just permanently Arnold now. I think that is actually the Arnold in the game. I think you mean bored.
Yeah, English is very annoying. The language of my countrymen is far superior. Yeah.
Which is Czech, actually, isn't it? Ragazzo, it is very wrong to lie.
Lie.
Flying balloons never explode. For the same reason the planets never explode. It's illogical. Please tell me that doesn't mean logical.
Yeah, if you insult me, you insult all of Bohemia, and I will come back to bite you. I will explode you with my Terminator. Yeah, you better stop.
Madai.
I will have the army come and shoot all of your stupid balloons out of the sky. Yeah, all of them. Don't you tell me a liar. I will tell you. I will fight you. Come, you stupid man. Now give me balloon and shut up.
Here you are, your highness. God, rich people are dicks. If only all international incidents were so easily resolved with a balloon. And thus, peace was established indeed.
Now that peaceful relations have been restored here in the courtroom,
Perhaps we could return to the testimony. God, it's so hard when you're so much smarter than everybody else in the courtroom. Did you also see the moment that the cage materialized, Mr. Lune? Or should I say lunatic? Yeah, cazzo, no, I did not see the explosion myself, however. Oh, some balloons. Yay, balloons.
Balloons.
The cage, it fell from the sky like a stone and crashed into the crystal tower. Oh. Did you see that actually happening? No, in reality I did not. I saw after it hit the tower. There was a grande confusione around the stage. I ran to see what had happened. I was terrorized by the idea that one of my balloons had crashed. He's a crazy. I suppose they are his livelihood. But when I looked up to the sky, all of my precious balloons were still there. I saw it though. I saw it slam into the tower. After all, I'm a detective now. Right, this makes you better at seeing things? Then tell us what you saw, Inspector Lestrade. Wait, just to also make clear, my name is Hero. Are you Czech? Are you from the Czech Republic? Do you speak Czech? Because I can do something in Czech. If you're Czech, then I'll sing her a song. You're very. Oh, fun fact. I was in a play once. That was it was a fictionalized play that also included. So Václav Havel who is a writer who also for rest of the chat, who used to be was it Prime Minister or President? I think it was Prime Minister of the Czech Republic, right? And he was instrumental in the what's called the Velvet Revolution, which was the what was it? Was it the splitting up of Czechoslovakia into Czech Republic and Slovakia, right? But basically in the play was a translation of a Czech play. We did it in English, but we learned a little bit of Czech for it, including a song that goes Vánoce, Vánoce přicházejí, zpívejme... No, wait. Vánoce, Vánoce přicházejí, zpívejme přátelé, po roce Vánoce, Vánoce přicházejí, šťastné a veselé. Which is a Czech Christmas song. So there you go. My name is Hero. That is just for you, and maybe other people who speak Czech. It was the end of the communism era. Yes, the Velvet Revolution. So that was that. It was the end of the communism, but was it because obviously the Iron Curtain fell? When was the Velvet Revolution? Was that after the USSR fell apart? I should know this, but I forgot. Oh, so no, it was part of that, basically, right? Yeah. So that was part of the USSR, I think, then falling apart, basically. But yeah, it's very well known because it was a peaceful revolution, like without war and stuff like that, and which is very nice. Sometimes it's nice to have revolutions without people dying. Maybe some people died, but not many. Anyway, thank you. My name is Hero. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Anyway, back to the game. That's what I like to hear.
I didn't get a good look inside the cage, but no one went near it after it crashed into the tower.
Hold it!
Preferable way to solve problems without anybody dying, indeed. Was it you who gave the order to keep people away? Eh? Use your head, Otto! How could it have been me? I was up in a balloon, weren't I? Silly boy. Right. So, because I weren't available, it was the boss who had to leg it over there. He was getting shoved and kicked all over by the panicking spectators as he tried to seal off the scene. It was a real sight to behold, I can tell you. Amazing. Poor Inspector Gregson. So anyway, I couldn't see the cage that well because of all the smoke. And I didn't really want to see, to be honest. I was scared out of me wits. Keep it together, Inspector. The prosecution really is asserting that the demonstration was genuine. But what if it was actually some kind of switch-around trick instead? That would mean that the victim was never actually on the stage in the first place. The two explosions would have thrown everyone watching into a panic for sure. I think I need to find out more about what exactly people saw at the time. So, okay, I've done all the... Wait, maybe... Have I not... Have I pressed... Is it green? Have I... Because he has amended his statement, right? Have I pressed the new statement? Maybe I haven't. Let me just do it again. A green balloon, you say? Are you sure about that?
Yeah, of course I'm sure. I'm a proud Bohemian prince. All these questions are making me boring.
Oh no, I did already. I mean, I did press this already. I did already do this. Yeah, I did already do this. Okay. Yeah, no, stop. Chill out, little boy. Yes, all these lessons are great, but we need plot. Okay. Back to testimony. Okay. So what do I don't really know what I need to present here. Torn piece of... So, I wonder if this has something to do with it. But I'm not sure. What does it say here? Every article is news about the Great Exhibition. Also positive and hopeful about the coming century. We must all go to... Okay. That's a bit awkward. Lost cat. What about a lost cat? No, I wanted to read the lost cat. Okay, so this isn't relevant now. Okay. Alright. Justice for the cat. Checking out the movie Vilni. I should, you know what? I should do that. I shall check it out. Why don't I just write that down? I remember I actually did research a lot at the time. But it's been years that I was in that place, so I kind of forgot a lot of it, I think. But what do we present here? A broken most likely result of impact after sudden fall from considerable height. So let's just look at the statements again and see what would make sense. It wasn't a terrible incident. I'm only grateful that my balloons were not damaged. Okay. There's this huge bang from the stage, and then the next second, another bang in the sky beside us. It was not the sky that exploded, it was a green balloon that was next to ours at the time. The cage, it fell from the sky like a stone and crashed into the crystal tower. I didn't get a good look inside the cage. No one went near it after it crashed into the tower. What do you mean? But people did go near it to investigate, right? What does she mean by that? No one went near it after it crashed into the tower. Did I press all the statements?
Hold it!
Was it you who gave the order to keep people away? Who's your head, Otto? How could it have been me? I was up in a balloon. Right. So, because I weren't available, it was the boss who had to leg it over there. He was getting shoved and kicked all over by the panic inspector as he tried to seal off the scene. It was a real sight to behold, I can tell you. Amazing. Poor Inspector Griggs. So anyway, I couldn't see the cage that well because of all the smoke. So if you couldn't see the cage, then how could you tell that no one went near it? And I didn't really want to see, to be honest. I was scared out of my wits. Keep it together, Inspector. She's kind of contradicting herself there. Alright, so this is kind of the hints here. It's a switch around. Two explosions would have thrown everyone watching into a panic. I think I need to find out more about exactly. Right. So do I have something that kind of indicates this could have been a switch around? So there's a crossbow there. But maybe this is crossbow time. No one went near it after it crashed into the tower, yet we found a crossbow.
Objection!
Shit, that's not it. Okay. No, that wasn't it. Okay, I'm gonna need to go to the loo and then I'll come back and I'll solve this, I'm sure. It's crossbowing time. All right, so I'll be right back for more Ace Attorney in time. And we're back. All right. So. Now that Mark's gone, chat, we're so cooked. What are you talking about? No one's cooked. And now it says ad starts in a minute. I didn't time that well, did I? Oh well, what are you gonna do? I didn't get a good look in the... Okay, so let's... Cage, it fell from the sky like that and crashed into the crystal tower. It was not in the sky that exploded, it was a green balloon that was next to ours. This huge bang from the... and then the next second, another bang in the sky beside us. Hold on. This is green. This is green. This is green. Somebody said something about green. It was a green balloon that was next to ours at the time. Okay. So that's clearly from that balloon.
But that's not a contradiction. This means... Hold on. So he's saying a green balloon exploded. And he says my balloons were not damaged. He's lying because we have a green piece of balloon right there. That's what it's got to be, isn't it? I think that's what it is. That would make sense to me. Because, like, presenting it on the boy would not make sense. Because that would just agree with his statement. But we gotta present it here because it's a contradiction. So that's what it's gotta be.
Objection! Bud grain time. I've got such a bud grain. Bud grain.
I analyzed the situation, looked at everything, and figured it out. Mr. Lune, in your testimony... Oh shit, you are still in an act. Yes, I figured it out. It's because there was a piece of the green balloon, and so Lune was lying. Maybe that's what it stands for. Lying Lune. You said that all 3 of the balloons you had operating at the time were undamaged. See, that is correct. If they had been caught in the explosions, it would have been terrible. I wonder if you might know what this is. I think it may be part of a balloon, a burnt piece of the fabric of the envelope. Sorry, the envelope? Little Ryunosuke on the shoulder. Pardon, that is the large round part of the balloon which becomes filled with the hot air. It is made from very thick fabric, lined with rubber. You do not want it to rip when you are in the sky. Just as I thought. This piece of cloth was found near the experimentation stage. In other words, as Master Gotts testified, a green balloon did indeed explode that day. He's lying. He's a liar. Eh? If all the balloons in the sky above the experimentation stage belonged to you, Mr. Lune, then your statement that they were all undamaged clearly contradicts the evidence. Aye. Oh, he has a balloon hat as well. The balloon exploded there. Why did the man say so? Maybe everyone on board was killed. Oh no. Having just spent 10 whole pounds of the experience, how awful. Seems to me like those things crash 50% of the time anyway.
Objection!
The instantaneous kinesis did occur, but after the explosion on the stage, the point of materialization shifted to a location occupied by a balloon.
Causing the balloon to explode, yes, eminently plausible.
An unfortunate traffic accident, as it were, but it changes nothing about the pertinent facts.
When does this man learn that having bad, witnesses lying reflects badly on their character and makes them less believable? Just rock. When will you ever learn? You cannot beat me, okay? You're a loser. You're a stupid man, and you don't know how to prosecute properly, so screw you. I have balloons, and you don't. Barack, screw. Does something appear when I do this? I'm sorry, I feel bad. I didn't mean to show all of you a middle finger. This was for Barack. But there's no reaction to do this. This I cannot accept. Why not, Mr. Lune?
You are suggesting that I am a liar. Yes, you are. That person's died in a balloon incident. No, no, impossible.
There's no need to get fired up, Mr. Lune. The victim was the sole fatality that day.
That's right, and I prove it. Balthazar Lune is not a liar. There was no such balloon in the sky. It is not possible.
You're saying it's impossible.
Why? This court has more important matters to discuss
Than the number of balloons that were operating that day. No, Baroque, this is very fucking pertinent to the case, you fucking prick.
Objection.
But we can't ignore the fact that nobody appears to have known anything about this other balloon until now. My lord, the defense calls for further testimony from Mr. Lune.
I concur.
See, Baroque, you sucker?
There is clearly more to the truth here than meets the eye. It's imperative that we clear up the issue of this phantom balloon, I feel. Witness, you will give supplementary testimony about the balloons you were operating at the exhibition.
Ah, grazie, my lord.
All right. Mr. Lunes, balloonists.
As I said, Balthazar Lune is no liar. Every balloon I had in the sky landed safely. All 3 of my balloons were carrying passengers. If they fell to the ground in an explosion, what a catastrophe!
Well, you can't get away from the fact that a burner bit of cloth was found near the scene, can ya? Eh? The coppers at the yard reckon it was probably some debris from that explosion on the stage.
Ah, this stupid ragazzo is mistaken. My balloons have the red and blue zigzag stripes anyway. Not at the green. Is it not at the green? Are you crazy? If my mother was a bicycle, if my mother had wheels, she would have been a bicycle. Eh? Do people know that? I don't know. You know that reference?
So your assertion that the balloon this child saw was not one belonging to you?
See, exactamente. If he even saw a balloon in the first place. I do not like the sound of it. This is very bad for business. Very bad. I have a good mind to sue the land of Bohemia.
Yeah, if you attack us, we will fight back. Yeah, it will be for all out for?
Oh, war. It will be war. All out war. They're still happy to sell balloons. What happened to all out war? Oh, look, he's still doing the arm thinking, even though he's not wearing it. He's just doing it out of habit. It's like a comfort movement or something. It's so cute.
Mr. Lune certainly doesn't appear to be lying. But that doesn't change the fact that the testimony and evidence are contradictory here. If the defense is unable to find fault with the witness's statements, the court must consider them the truth. Think long and hard on that, my learned friend. The situation has clearly changed now.
Wait, what did he say before? What did Van Zieks just say? Yeah, I will find faults though, because I always do. Alright, Baroque Schmocky? I have to get to the bottom of what happened here, no matter what it takes.
Counsel, you may now cross-examine the witness.
Mr. Lunes, balloonists.
As I said, Balthazar Lune is no liar. Every balloon I had in the sky landed safely. So what is the other evidence I have? I don't even have that much more evidence. Well, I've got the bow. I've got this, the autopsy report, but I feel like I already used that at some point, didn't I? Maybe I'll get more stuff soon. Every balloon I landed, all 3 of my balloons were carrying passengers. Right. So his balloons had passengers. Coppers at the yard reckon it was probably some debris thrown. Right, so interesting. So we got 2 balloons here. But that's just a drawing anyway. Alright, we're just gonna have to press and see what happens.
Hold it! You couldn't just have forgotten one, maybe?
Forgotten. Oh, balloon. That's Signor. I might not notice if I was given 100 lentils and 1 was missing, eh? But we're talking about 3 enormous balloons. Do you believe I could make a mistake about something so grande and expensive, eh? You think I'm stupid?
I took the liberty of having Inspector Gregson check this gentleman's warehouse. I have the report here. It clearly says a total of 3 balloons.
It would appear no mistake has been made then.
Surely Miss Lestrade could have been sent for such a menial task.
What, me?
I'll tell you what I told the boss. East End kids like me can only count up to 2.
Which makes a very good inspector, doesn't it?
Obviously that ain't true, but the boss bought it and said he'd have to go himself in that case.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I guess she didn't want to go there, did she?
All 3 of my balloons were carrying passengers. If they fell to the ground in an explosion, what a catastrophe, eh? It would be quite a catastrophe if they fell to the ground for any reason, I think. On that note, Mr. Lune, tell me, what is it that keeps these balloons in the sky? Are you an idiota, eh? Sorry? That is like asking, why does a candle burn bright? It burns bright because it burns bright, and the balloon flies because it flies. What else? This guy doesn't fucking know anything about balloons. That must be Italian for I don't know.
There are 2 types of flying balloons, hot air balloons and gas balloons.
But so he doesn't... But why does he explain it?
Hot air balloons work on the principle of hot air being less dense than cold air. Whereas gas balloons derive their lift by using a gas that is lighter than air.
See, and my balloons are filled with a magic gas, I believe. I don't...
Hydrogen, lighter than air, but highly explosive.
Good lord.
I do not permit smoking of the cigarette in any of my balloons. The magic gas does not like fire. Magic gas? He's an idiot.
Even a small spark of static electricity could cause the entire balloon to explode.
What is the matter with you, senor? All that comes out of your mouth with is explosion. It's crazy. I tell you, my balloons are perfectly safe. They have to be, or I cannot eat, eh? None of my balloons exploded today. I'm completely sure of that. But if you still say that is what happened, you must show me the proof. All right. So, Mr. Luna had 3 balloons in the air that day. If none of them were damaged, what was the one? Wow, that is a really confused look. I like that look. I don't know.
Has he ever done this look? I feel like I haven't seen this look before. Am I wrong? I don't know. Did he? I feel like I've never seen it before. I need to learn, how do I do screenshots on my computer as well? I don't actually know. How do I forgot. Was it like one of these? F12? Oh, I took a screenshot. It was F12. Very nice. You can use that for a thumbnail. If none of them were damaged, then what was the one that exploded? Well, you can't get away from the fact that a burnt up bit of cloth was found at the scene, can ya? The coppers at the yard reckon it was probably some debris thrown from the explosion on the stage. Wait. Oh, I need to press on this. Hold it! What? You thought that was your computer? You thought we were frozen? Oh, did you think it was frozen? Did you think it was like kind of stuck and like in the middle of a... Sorry, it was not really fun. I was surprised to find a piece of fabric still at the scene, actually. Did you search the area surrounding the stage for clues? Didn't you search the area surrounding stage for clues? Nah, I'm not into picking stuff up off the ground, me. Always works out better. Way better diving into people's pockets. And what kind of police are you? So much for the new career path. Mind you, the boss was on his hands and knees picking up all kinds of rubbish from the floor. Thing is, though, the cage went crashing into the Crystal Tower, didn't it? So that's where most of the investigating was going on. Even so, I would have thought someone from Scotland Yard would have gathered it up as evidence. Or listen to you. You stumble across a bit of balloon and suddenly you're the best investigator in the world. Pardon? Well, you ain't got a badge, have you? Like this one. I could arrest you with this if I wanted to. I wouldn't put it past her. Come to think of it, there was talk of some scorching on the ground at a meeting we had about the investigation. The coppers at the yard reckon it was probably some debris thrown from the explosion on the stage. There was considerable damage to the stage and surrounding area, wasn't there? Yeah, some of the cows what were watching the experiment were caught in a blast and injured. Good job the old contraption didn't keel over, eh? I hadn't even considered that.
It seems there was great panic after the incident occurred. Nevertheless, the police shouldn't have missed a torn piece of the envelope from a balloon. Inspector Gregson can expect repercussions.
Like me swiping all this fish and chips, eh?
The man's sole pleasure.
None of this matter. Said the scrap of balloon envelope means nothing. Niente. This stupido ragazzo is mistaken. My balloons have the red and blue zigzag stripes anyway. Hold it! You mean the color is wrong? Wait, hold on a moment. I'm for some reason, it seems I was correct. You should have missed the 2% envelope from the balloon. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I was just like reading it, but it didn't quite go in there. Sometimes that happens to me. You mean the color is wrong? Si, senor. I do not have any green balloons in my warehouse. None. And yet, a piece of green cloth was found at the scene, and it's unmistakably from a balloon. Well, I do not know how that can be, and I'm completely unsuspicious. I'm very convinced in my argument, and I never lie.
For the sake of argument, let's say that a green balloon did explode above the stage. You couldn't therefore conclude that it happened on the day in question.
Why not?
There have been recreational balloon flights over Hyde Park operating from before the Great Exhibition. One could have exploded on some earlier date. Unfortunate, as I'm sure you'd agree.
Oh, you believe it may have been from some earlier balloon accident that predates the exhibition?
Si, exactamente. As the signor says, it's not from my balloons, not from one of my balloons. Clearly, this little ragazzo from Bohemia is mistaken about what he saw. Ooh, he's getting upset. Arnold's getting angry.
Is something wrong, Master Gotts?
Yeah, it's Master Wilhelm Gottsreich Sigismund I have to say that quickly again. It's Master Wilhelm Gottsreich... It's Master Wilhelm Gottsreich Sigismund Ormstein.
It was on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, something is wrong. Yeah, I know what I saw. There was a green balloon there. I swear it.
I swear it all over Bohemia. He's got his voice changer again this time.
You can speak as much bad language as you like, but it changes nothing.
Give me balloon, you stupid man.
If you do not have the evidence, ragazzo, then I must tell your parents to punish you, eh?
Perhaps we'll let the judge decide when it comes to punishments. Evidence? What is evidence?
To give a simple example, young man, a photograph, for instance, some tangible proof of what you claim.
Well, why didn't you say so sooner? I have the photograph right here.
Good gracious.
What? I had not been up in a balloon for a little while, so I was very excited. It looks... I took lots and lots of photographs. Of the Crystal Tower, of the Bohemian exhibit, of the streets of London, of the hot eel cellar, the balloon. And the instantaneous kinesis experiment, did you take a picture of that? Yeah, one picture. Really? You did take one? But all I wanted was a ride in the balloon. I was not interested in boring experiments. Never mind that. Can you show us that photograph? Of course. And then you will see, you will see that I'm not lying. That I really did see a green balloon. Eh? Lune.
Whoa. But this wasn't color, was it? This was like gray.
Well, I see you are all too shocked to speak.
Yes, I think shocked is indeed the word, young man.
Yeah, perhaps you cannot see that it was a green balloon from this photograph, but... But
that is not my fault. That is the fault of the stupid person who made the camera.
That is one very Bohemian-sounding cry.
There.
Very, very well. The court will accept this photograph as evidence.
It's not my fault. It's the fault of the person who made the camera. Well, never mind. I'm sure you have plenty of wonderful sepia? How do you say that? Sepia memories to take home with you. In any case, when exactly did you take that photograph? Well, it was on the day of the big explosion. You don't say. When I pressed the shutter release, there was this very loud bang, and a hot wind rushed over my face. That means this photograph was taken a split second before the explosion occurred. Well, if you ask me, this black and white photograph changes nothing. I could not give the flying fig. I'm sorry? Lovely language you've picked up. Lovely indeed. I could not give the flying fig, eh? Okay, as I thought, Mr. Lucy, it just doesn't quite add up. But what? Let's have a look at the picture here. He does say, though, that his balloons are like zigzag pattern, and this clearly doesn't look zigzag patterned, right? We have somebody here. Is there something else in here? What is this? It looks like somebody is shooting at the balloon. Doesn't this look like someone is shooting at the balloon? Is this a bullet or something? This looks like a bullet of some sort. I feel like this will come in unless it's just a light reflection of some sort, but it looks like a bullet. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. What else can we see here? Is there something else we can see? Oh well. As I thought, Mr. Luna's testimony just doesn't quite add up. The young bohemian boy claims to have seen another fourth balloon, but Mr. Luna very vehemently denies the possibility, and it's hard to imagine the man in charge could be mistaken about the number that were in the air. Still, this inconsistency must tell us something, I'm sure. As I said, okay, so we need to do some solving now, right? Every balloon I had in the sky landed safely. All three of my balloons were carrying Oh! Well, that's clearly it. We have a picture. There is no passenger. It's a balloon, but no passenger.
Objection!
No passenger. Unfortunately, the photograph Master Gotts took can't tell us the color of the balloon. But it can tell us something else. Something crucially important.
What?
Oh, Barack, you didn't figure it out. Are you not smart enough? Aren't you're not like the best prosecutor in the whole wide world? You can't look at a picture and at a testimony and be like, oh, that's contradicting each other. Is that too difficult for you, huh? Well, let me show you. Let me show you how it's done, okay? Smarty pants. Mr. Wannabe Reaper, stupid ass. Mean face. It shows that the pictured balloon wasn't carrying any passengers.
My goodness, you're right. But surely all the balloons would have been carrying passengers. There would be no sense in it otherwise.
See, they are for pleasure, for giving them you. My balloons only fly with the passengers. Which tells us that the pictured balloon isn't one of them. So when the incident occurred that day, there was a fourth balloon in the skies above the experimentation stage. The mysterious green balloon. Indeed. I know nothing, niente. I can only tell you one thing. If this balloon was not carrying passengers, then it was not one of mine.
Objection!
Too little, too late.
There are illegal tradesmen everywhere you care to look. Clearly, one such entrepreneur decided to capitalize on the opportunity presented by the Great Exhibition and managed to operate balloon flights on Mr. Luna's patch without him realizing.
See, the competition trying to steal my profits. Crazy. I did not notice because of the experimento that went wrong on the stage. This fourth balloon exploded at the very same moment Mr. Assman was beamed from the stage below. Right. So them scraps that fell to the ground after and left them scorch marks, they didn't come from the stage at all. It was bits of the balloon raining down. Because no one was in it. It didn't get no attention. A mysterious fourth balloon, carrying no passengers, silently floating over the experimentation stage.
Objection!
This photograph shows us nothing more. A stray balloon carrying no one and operated by some rogue trader. Clearly, it had nothing to do with the case.
Well, can you also tell me, how is a balloon operated with no one inside there? That is clearly suspicious, and you should be suspicious of it, Barack. Fucking hell, man. Fucking hell. I hate that guy. I hate him. I hate him so much. All of you who love him, what? I don't understand. He's a prick.
Its relevance does elude me, I must say. The court has seen sufficient evidence and heard ample testimony already.
He's a bad guy. He's a baddie. He's the villain. He's a villain. How do I really feel like? I just told you. Don't test me, Noodle. I will get LC to get you. LC wanted to eat you. Cannibalism. I don't get people. I am Noodle. Who are we? The Musketeers start fighting. I like it. I just stir the pot. Just stir the pot. Doody 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 doo. Don't test me, Noodle. On a t-shirt, that'd be good. We have not heard seen sufficient evidence, and we have not heard ample testimony, okay? Okay, Barack? Peace. Peace, everyone in the chat. I'm sorry I was stirring the chat. Stirring the pot. Oh, this is also a nice one. I'll do all the screenshots now.
The prosecution calls for this trial to be concluded.
Wait, what? What? So you don't want the truth to come out? What the hell is your problem? Really? Have we really got to the truth yet? No, we have not. Stirring the pot of noodles. That's very good. I take the screenshots because I want to use Barack. But I have already decided which screenshots I'm going to use. And also, I put Barack up as a VOD screenshot already, 2 streams ago. So we can't get too much attention. We can't give too much attention to Barack. No, I can't let this opportunity slip away. The jurors' minds are made up and not in our favor. And also, Barack might be pretty, but I can still hate him. But he can still be pretty. What else can this photograph tell us? I feel like it's this gunshot. There's more.
Objection!
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, wait. Please don't give your decisions yet. The photographer Master Gotts may well be hiding one more vital clue.
What's that?
I forgot, what voice did I give this one?
Vital clue?
Objection!
We're very well past the point of mere possibilities. It's time for definitives now. So tell the court. What exactly does this alleged clue in the photograph prove?
The cause of the explosion! We can reasonably assume that the pictured balloon was destroyed in the searing heat of the explosion.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was not my fault. I didn't do it. It's not my fault.
Evidently, because the birdcage from the kinesis machine materialized in the sky where it had been flying. And the balloon being filled with flammable hydrogen instantly and explosively ignited.
Objection!
No.
That's not what happened.
What?
It would appear that this photograph requires closer examination. Counsel for the defense, you will highlight the location of this alleged clue in the photograph for the court.
Of course, my lord. If you look closely, it's plain enough to see. And what's shown is linked to another piece of evidence we have. It's the crossbow! In a way that leads to an unbelievable conclusion.
It's the crossbow! We shot a crossbow! Take that! It's crossbowing time! I'm solving the whole case at once!
The timing of this photograph can only be described as miraculous. If you look, you'll notice there's a bright white line that appears to point directly at the balloon. Buddhist grain. Buddhist grain. No, I know we're not anywhere near done with this case. I feel like this case, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like this is like 7 more streams or something like that.
Most likely, a ray of light caught incidentally on the film.
I'm afraid I can see nothing of the sort.
Maybe not 7, but still some time. If you look with a magnifying glass, my lord, it becomes clear what the nature of this bright line really is.
Goodness, what is that? Undeniably some flash of light, yes.
Oh, God. Do you think it might be lightning?
But it couldn't have been a finer day. I believe we may be looking at fire.
Ah, bolt of fire heading straight for the balloon, like an arrow.
You're closer. It's a bolt, actually. A bolt.
Indeed, even to my aging eyes, it would appear to be a flame of some sort. My word, are you suggesting this flame struck the hydrogen gas that filled the balloon?
Objection!
That's absurd. The balloon would have been 60 feet above the ground at the time. No flame could possibly have reached such a height.
Objection!
Actually, it's my opinion that a particular piece of evidence found at the scene reveals how that is exactly what did happen.
What evidence that I don't already know about? Getting angry.
If such evidence exists, Counsel, then for goodness sake, present it, man. Which evidence explains this mysterious streak of flame that appears to be headed directly for the balloon?
Oh, no, not that. It's this one. It's the armband. No, it's
Take
this
that!
one, obviously. Obviously. This was found, hidden, at the foot of a small ornamental tree at the scene. Near the scene, even.
Good lord. Is that a crossbow? Oh my lord.
An arrow dipped in oil and set alight could have been shot from this weapon, sending a flaming arrow straight into the hydrogen-filled balloon.
Are you suggesting that crossbow was used to deliberately?
Blimey, you're right! That streak of light in the photo looks just like an arrow, doesn't it? Then, the explosion of the balloon, it was very likely the result of a flaming arrow from this crossbow igniting the hydrogen gas inside it. Ooh.
It didn't like that. Oh, well, Barack is like, I don't need me. Barack, me. Me.
Order, Counsel. This is an extraordinary supposition.
If the aim was to cause the balloon to explode, the shooter could have used a gun, of course. However, there's an obvious reason why that would have been out of the question, because it's loud.
The noise of the discharge. Of course. How could I have not seen this sooner? I'm such an idiot. I should go back home and go into my casket and cry because I'm such a loser. And I will lose this case again because this is what this Japanese kid has been doing to me all along. Why can I not win a case?
Sucks to be you. That's right. By using a crossbow, the projectile could be fired at the balloon silently. Well, yeah. If someone had shot a gun off in the exhibition grounds, it would have caused a real panic. But with the big explosion, there was a big panic anyway, no? I don't like this. I should be pleased to have found a plausible new explanation for all this, but something feels wrong.
Objection!
Do you understand the implications of what you're saying, my Nipponese friend?
If a flaming arrow did indeed hit the balloon, then obviously it would have exploded. And if the birdcage appeared from the cloud of smoke that ensued... What? Wait a minute. What are you really saying here? I don't get it. Was the birdcage beamed up into the sky after all, or what?
My goodness me.
So are we saying that the birdcage was in the balloon and then dropped because the balloon exploded? No. Now I understand. That's what that sinking feeling is about. I think there's a good chance that the birdcage was actually concealed inside the balloon all along.
What? Did I just hear that correctly, Counsel?
There's no going back now. The horse has bolted. Right. Let's assume, as I said, that the birdcage was hidden inside the green balloon from the start. On stage, when the experiment was started, the birdcage in the instantaneous kinesis machine disappeared in a cloud of smoke. At that moment, the flaming arrow was fired from the ground, causing the green balloon to explode and drawing the attention of the spectators to the sky above their heads. From amid the smoke, the hidden birdcage then appeared to fall down and crash into the crystal tower. I think you'll all agree it's entirely plausible that what I've just described is the real truth behind the miraculous experiment carried out that day.
Objection!
This is ludicrous. What you've described is no science experiment. It's child's play, a contemptible display of stage magic.
Both Mr. Sholmes and Iris said that the experiment was a scientific impossibility, in which case, this is the only way to explain what happened that day.
And in any case, the victim's body was found inside the birdcage in the crystal tower.
If the instantaneous kinesis didn't take place, how do you explain that? I'll get back to you on that, Gov. That's a thing that I'm not entirely clear on myself quite yet. If I may put in a word as a man of magic myself, Such apparent discrepancies can easily be explained by some simple deception. Juror number 3? All that would be needed is a doppelganger. Someone who looked very similar to the victim, Mr. Athman. Yeah, see, that is also... I'm, like, cooking up my thoughts on that. So what seems to me is that someone murdered Mr. Assman and, then hid. But then, I don't know if this is a bit of a cliche, but do we have a case of the evil twin? Does Mr. Assman have a twin or a brother or something like that that looks very much like him? And therefore, and he killed his brother or something and then pretended to be part of the experiment, or maybe even set up the experiment. Oh, that's the big conspiracy. That's the big conspiracy. Because Assman did manage to get, like, he invested money so that Albert could even do it, right? So he paid him money to set this whole thing up to hide the murder in a very elaborative scheme. So, let's see. Let's see if this is the case. And having this other man appear on stage to front the show as a body double. Oh, yes, of course. So, in fact... Aha, yes, the magician saved me. Mr. Assman must have been inside the birdcage that was concealed inside the balloon right from the start.
That balloon would have been filled with hydrogen. Anything hidden inside it would have been scattered to the four winds when it exploded. No one would ever have embarked on such a risky venture.
Not necessarily. The explosive force of the balloon gas would very much depend on the mixture ratio.
Juror number 4.
Flying balloons are rarely filled with pure hydrogen, but a mixture of other gases such as helium as well. Helium on its own doesn't explode, but by controlling the gas mixture ratio, the explosive forces can be altered.
The mixture ratio? God, you're saying too much scientific stuff that I don't understand, and it's getting me really frustrated, because I usually think of myself as the smartest person in the room.
Well, obviously, the bird's victim's body would have suffered some burns that would be unavoidable, but not to such an extent as to render this whole obscene charade impossible.
So everything that happened can be explained, logically and scientifically. The explosion that engulfed the stage at the start of the experiment was no accident. It was all part of an elaborate deception to make it appear that instantaneous kinesis had occurred. Oh, fuck. Albert is not going to be happy with us, is he?
Well, my goodness me.
And if we accept that this is what happened, it means that the victim, Mr. Assman, was never present on the public experimentation stage to begin with. In short, he couldn't have been killed by the defendant, who was on stage in full view the entire time.
Ah! We had Baroque's hand.
Ooh, look at this. Badass view. Badassery. This will be very hard for the prosecution to counter. Oh, Lightbright Reignite, thank you so much for the resub. 4 months it's been, 4 lovely months. Looking so good, isn't he? Lord Van Zieks can't credibly maintain that Professor Hairbrain is a suspect now. Of course he will, though. Or is there going to be Hairbrain, and he's going to come in and he's going to be like, no, I can't have you discredit me like that. Mr. Naruhodo, I appreciate your efforts. Thank you. Professor? What have you done with the other witnesses? Have you exploded them now? But you can stop now. Just keep your mouth shut, please. Sorry? What's all this about, Mr. Hairbrain?
What's all this about, Mr. Hairbrain?
I, Albert Hairbrain, hereby confess that I am not actually German after all. that it was what? That it was me who stabbed Mr. O.G. Assman? I did not see that coming. What is going on? I'm tempted to make this a cliffhanger and find out what happens next time. We are close to 10. Okay, we do a little bit more then. I don't want you all to be angry with me. Fine, we'll do a little bit. Oh, that's the reaction I'm here for. All of you getting angry at me. Yes, it was me with my faithful friend and partner, Andrew the screwdriver. What are you doing?
I like to be a little bit evil.
Order! Order! Order!
Eventually there will be a cliffhanger though, because eventually I need to stop. That's just how these things go, okay? Now you can't be mad at me for that then. If I do it again, you can't be mad because I just didn't do it, okay? So, just saying.
Defendant, explain this sudden confession.
Professor Hairbrain, what are you talking about? It's what I've said all along. I must protect my hypothesis and my pressure. Oh, so maybe he... So what, did he realize that Assman was trying to fake it or something, and then he stabbed him in a response? And my precious machine. Oh, okay, no, further theory. So, Assman spent the money so that they're gonna do this thinging, but actually, he said that he was gonna fake it, and Hairbrain couldn't stand for that. So he stabbed him, but then went through with the faking anyway? No, okay, that doesn't really make sense. It doesn't make sense. I don't get it. He stands there and claims it was all a trick, an elaborate prank. But where's your proof? I'm going crazy. No. You'd have to examine the machine if you wanted to prove it, but then it would all be over. My beautiful hypothesis would be laid bare. I mean, the indignity of it. No. It's clear that you drew the plans for the experiment, but you didn't actually build it. Wait, what? It's quite conceivable that you were duped, Professor. If you'll just let me... Baroque? Yes. I'll cooperate. I'll do whatever you say. I swear it. So please, And sure, it's a special dispensation for scientific equipment. I'm just like here to protect my creation. What the fuck? And you really have to drink now, Barack. You really think this is the time?
Pray forgive the discourtesy of filling my hallowed chalice at this critical juncture. Here's to my learned Nipponese friend.
What?
And his upcoming attempt to clarify the defense's position in light of the accused's confession. Do you intend to formally assert that the experiment was nothing more than a conjuring trick? Because the moment you do, the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act that protects the professor's invention will cease to apply. The prosecution will then demand a rigorous examination of the machinery involved in order to establish the truth.
Well, maybe that's what we'll have to do.
However, if you acknowledge that the machine is genuine and instrumental in the victim's murder,
Such a drama queen.
any chance of investigating will be crushed and the confidentiality of the professor's hypothesis preserved.
Well, counsel? What is the defense's official position on this matter?
What Professor Hairbrain, my client, actually asked of me was to prove that the explosion on stage was an accident and protect the secrecy of his hypothesis. There's no way to do that without implying the professor's guilt. So, wait a minute. No, Hairbrain is not a murderer. So he only said this. He lied. He only said this in order to protect his machine and his hypothesis. But why does he, like, why can't we just analyze the machine to... I'm very confused. Do I protect my client's life by asserting his innocence? Or do I uphold my client's request, but see him condemned? Either way, I can't avoid betraying his trust.
You've been silent long enough. Isn't talking your trade, my learned friend?
Isn't yours too, douchebag?
Or has all knowledge of English escaped your confused Nipponese mind?
See everyone with the, like, kind of Nipponese mind and stuff? That shit is definitely coded racism, I would say. Mr. Naruhodo! There's no escape here. I have to make a choice. But it's an impossible one. I have to give up on something. What? And I'm afraid this is the cliffhanger we're gonna end up at. And we're going to leave this decision for next time, my dear friends. I mean, there has to be an end at some point. At some point, there has to be an end, and then next time we're gonna figure out the rest of this, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be good. And see, they want to be in the picture. Hello, we want to be up here. I'm not a scoundrel. What do you want me to do? To just stream for like 8 hours or something? I have to like eat food. I have to go sleep, and all these things. I can't be 24/7 streaming Great Ace Attorney. That's not how things work. Don't be sad, Eminem. Mom Spaghetti. and all that. I don't know. This didn't make sense. But yes, come join my Discord. Follow me on the other stuff. If you're watching on YouTube, leave a comment below and like and subscribe or whatever. That's what people say, right? And balloons and all that. What else is there? Do we want to do a quick raid of someone? Ooh, it's Mia. We can raid my friend Mia because Mia is streaming. So we'll do that. Raid Fu Mia. And it means our mods have been doing double work again on both streams. Y'all are amazing. Thanks for the cheers, Ames. Listen to, appreciate it. I think probably next stream will be on Wednesday. I think Wukong Wednesday, and then next week, Great Ace Attorney. I might not be able to do next week because well, my friend is getting married, and I'm going to that, and it's just gonna be a very busy week for the rest of it. So I'll see. Or I thought maybe what I could also do is on Wednesday do 2 hours of Wukong and 2 hours of Great Ace Attorney. That would be a little bit like of a curveball. I wonder what y'all think of that. Maybe I'll do that, like 3 hours each or 2 hours each or something like that, you know. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that. I'll say I'll think about it and I'll put it up on the Discord and all the other socials and everything. So yes. In the meantime, we're gonna raid Fumiya, and I'm gonna see you all on the other side. You all take care. Hearts to you all, and take care. Bye now.
Bye-bye.